Welcome back, everybody! Missed all of you!
Get ready to fly.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Nolan. Connor Nolan is, as always, behind the camera recording this, editing this, making the thumbnail for this. It's great, lovely. How are we all doing? I've missed y'all. I really have. I've missed doing this. I've been wanting to do this for so long, and finally we can once again, right? So it's just the preseason. It's not a huge deal in the grand scheme of things. As you can tell, my voice is a bit scratchy. Sorry about that. It's better state than my leg right now, which I will not show, but it is a
Don't
god.
show that. Ouch.
I'm just gonna say I slid outside on ground. Bad decision. That's your lesson of the day. Don't do that. Anyway, back down to earth here. Jets had their first preseason game against the Edmonton Oilers tonight. It was, I don't want to say it was a boring affair. There were times where the game kind of got into second gear, but beyond that, there wasn't a lot to really cheer for if you're a Winnipeg Jets fan. Jets would lose 4-0 to the Edmonton Oilers. Both sides didn't use a very strong roster buildup. There was nobody from either team's first line, I'd say, out there tonight. The best players, I would say, we'll get into that, but they released the roster for the Winnipeg Jets going into this. It had Dubois, Perfetti, Harkins, Toninato, Appleton, Stenlund, Gustafsson, Esimont, Reichel, Malott, Lucius, and Maedalainen on the offense. And the defensive side was DeMello, Stanley, Capobianco, Gawanka, Kovacevic, Chisholm, and Sautner was written in by the Jets PR team that he would be playing, although he didn't end up playing, which makes sense because they had enough guys to not need 7 defense. So weird. I expect him to play in the next couple preseason games. Riddick was in net with Holm backing him up. We will get to that story. First off, let's address something. The newest play-by-play announcer for the Winnipeg Jets is Dan Robertson. He did good. He did good. I heard about this from a Jets Hub this morning. He posted on his story. Very responsible guy. It's always great because Jackson will just follow stuff on Twitter, and I don't check Twitter enough. So they released it. He used to do some stuff for the Canadians. I like him. Solid voice. He seemed like he was just kind of getting his bearings a bit in the first period, but after that he settled in quite nicely. It was nice to hear him. He's not going to be another Dennis Bayak. He's going to be his own thing, and that's great. Gotta encourage that. Sautner drops out of the lineup. Reichel was playing up with Perfetti and Dubois on the first line. Interesting to see, especially with Reichel. I think they expect him to be in the roster moving forward into the regular season. It's just injuries took him out last year. Perfetti definitely will be. But let's talk about this first period. Horrible turnover early. Oilers get left all alone in the high slot, and Niemelainen makes it 1-0 for Edmonton on the first shot of the game. Reaction here.
Jeez. Oh,
come on, Dave! Dave! Oh, no. We signed no save Dave. Oh, no. No. Oh, boy. I don't want to say this is all on David Riddick. I think as the first shot that he gives up of the game being that is it's a very easy way to ice the goaltender early, which it really did. It froze Riddick. But again, there's just a lot of bad things happening here. Perfetti tries to make a play on the blue line. It doesn't work. The Jets get caught with way too few guys down low. That doesn't work. The pass goes out to the slot. Nobody's there. None of that works. And it just results in a 1-0 lead for the Oilers. Niemelainen, by the way, for the Edmonton Oilers, any Oilers fans here, he played amazing tonight. That kid definitely is going to make the Edmonton Oilers this year. Him and Holloway were the best Oilers players by far tonight. Holloway looked like an absolute menace. He looked like the best player on the ice there. And yeah, interesting to see is, I guess, from the other side of things. Anyway, we keep looking at stuff in the first period. Chisholm gets a good look. Not a lot of grade A chances, but they did do a good job of settling the game down, which if you're the away team, that's good to see. Jets begin to pressure late in the period. Gustafsson draws the first penalty. Gustafsson, by the way, looks ready to make that next step into the NHL. He looked amazing offensively and defensively. Well, offensively, he did the best of what he had. Jets offensively tonight really weren't active at all, but it is what it is, right? Like, who are the top scorers that we had even dressed tonight? Like, Dubois, Perfetti only has a goal in the NHL. Then it drops to like Tony Nato and Appleton. So not a lot. Good save in the slot area. Stanley gets a hooking after being burned by Holloway. Stanley didn't look great tonight, honestly. Stanley hasn't had a very good preseason at all. Like, spring training, I've heard, has been a nightmare for the guy. He doesn't look good. He looks lost out there. So he needs to settle down and figure that out, or he's not going to be playing frequently. And you're going to see Ville Heinola playing instead. So we get to the second period. Back and forth rushes. The game really opened up early in the second period, although it didn't, oddly enough, result in any goals for either side. Sustained pressure, really like Gustafsson, like we said already. Maynolainen put one off the iron, then drew a tripping penalty. So Demers would take the tripping penalty, and then Samorukov would take a hook on Perfetti to give the Jets a 5-on-3 power play. Jets, by the way, it's worth noting, though, hadn't actually practiced their power play at all throughout all the spring training. That's not an excuse. That's legitimately a fact. They talked about it on the broadcast. The Jets have done zero training with their power play. So when the power play went out, no one really knew what to do. You got a lot of both guys below the goal line, one guy in front, one guy high, one guy on the wall. And that can work if you're actively moving around. But everyone was trying to react to how the one guy with the puck had it and where his positioning was. They didn't really know how to work off each other. Stenlund could not buy a goal tonight, which was unfortunate. He really struggled to connect a lot, like in the slot area. He was just fanning on shots. He was getting close. But yeah, Jets do nothing on the 5-on-3. We go to there's a couple close chances, not a lot in the power play. Oilers pressuring, a few close calls. There's a goalie change late in the second period. Calvin Pickard replaces Stuart Skinner. Both of them did great. They combined for a shutout tonight. Pickard looked a little bit more frantic, I'd say, than Stuart Skinner. Skinner looked locked in, honestly. Appleton takes a tripping. It's a slashing, but they call it a trip, so who cares? They kill it, then immediately take a 2-minute men on the ice call. They kill the penalty, and then I also want to say this: Saku Maynolainen looked great. He played on the second line with Jansen Harkins and Kevin Stenlund. He looked like the best guy on that line. And no lie, he was physical. He was pressuring really well in the offensive zone, and he was doing a really good body positioning. I liked all that I saw from him tonight. 2-minute men on the ice, power play for the Jets. They don't get a lot there. Stenlund can't connect. And then right after that, they give up a rush to the Edmonton Oilers, and the first shot gets stopped by David Riddick. The rebound goes right to Hamlin, and Hamlin makes it 2-0. Oilers reaction here. No! No! Ah! Oh! Damn. That's a shame. That's a real shame. You can't even blame Dave for that. What's he going to do? Not a lot David Riddick can do here. He makes the right save with the blocker and tries to really propel that out. It just so happens Hamlin's on the doorstep there. The problem is that this is right after the Jets don't score on the power play. So Gawanka turns the puck over just inside the blue line, and he's gassed. Because he's gassed, the Jets never really regain kind of their proper footing in their own zone for the rest of that play, and then it results in the goal. Then afterwards, it just becomes a rapid-fire pace. All of a sudden, the Oilers are connecting on passes, connecting on chances, and then this monstrosity of a bad play Do you guys remember that Ehlers goal from 2 years ago against the Toronto Maple Leafs where he pretty much just takes Mitch Marner's lunch money and then beats David Riddick as he goes to swipe for it? Guess what? David Riddick has learned nothing. He's learned nothing since then. Also, well, yeah, so here's it. Reaction here.
Oh. Why, Dave? Dave! He just went, whoa, and just, like, God. I get it, Dave. It's baseball season, but Jesus.
Swing and a miss. He just swing and a miss. Also, David Riddick. So, in the past, we've had the Brossois bench. We've had the Comrie Castle. What does David Riddick have? You can work. I am going to be reading the comments on this. Start typing in the comments. Do you want to, you can work with the name Dave. You can work with the name Riddick. Now, I'm going to throw one out there that I like. Dave's Dojo. I just thought of it. And it's kind of interesting. Carter's grabbing the mic award like he's going to do this. I'm actually not going to ask for that. Like, you can give me the mic award. I'm not actually going to award this to anybody because it's the preseason. I'm just going to say that right now. Like, you're expected to make mistakes in the preseason, but it doesn't mean I won't highlight them, though. David Riddick. But anyway, I'm not going to, like, rag on anyone too much. Immediately after, though, a shot deflected from the point. Immediately after, Holloway on the deflection. Actually, and it was McLeod who scored on the foot race there. Holloway on the deflection from Bouchard makes it 4-0 Oilers.
Dave! Ah! Ah! Come on! It's okay. Oh, now don't zoom in on Dave after that. Oh, like I don't know what he's gonna do on that. Like, you got a lot of screens. You got, deflects off of Tony Nato. Oh God.
And then that's it, really. Like, not a lot happens after that. I think I'm expecting next game to do better because generally teams bring a better squad out to their home games. Although that being said, the Oilers brought no one to this either. Like, this was just like this was like watching each team's third strings play. Like, it was really weird. It really was. It was even though I do have to admit it, but definitely the better individual players were on the Edmonton Oilers and Dylan Holloway and Evan Bouchard and Nima Lanen, honestly. Top three, though, I still will do for the Winnipeg Jets. Top three will be, I'd say, Saku Maedelainen gets third star. Cole Perfetti gets second star, and David Gustafsson gets first star.
And his name is David Gustafsson.
Honestly, you could switch these three guys. All three of them are interchangeable, but I just liked how all three of them played, and I saw enough of them that looked okay. One other thing I want to point out, they used Kyle Capobianco a lot tonight. Does Rick Bowness know something I don't know? Like, what's the deal there? He was on the power play, he was on the penalty kill, he was everywhere tonight. I just want to know why. Also, you'll notice that they had 3 assistants tonight, and none of them were regulars because we didn't dress any of our regs. So for the preseason game, we had Dylan DeMello, Pierre-Luc Dubois, and Mason Appleton as assistants, respectively. Other than that, not a lot to say. All I will say is it's nice to be back. I can't wait to record more of these. I will be doing live streams on some games, guys. Keep an eye out for that. Don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe, of course, if you're new to the channel, please. And share us around. Spread the love. We are hoping by the end of maybe by the end of the month, we can hit 1.2K. We're actually really close. And also by the end of the season, we're hoping to get 1.3K. That's 1.3 or 1.4K, something like that. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below your thoughts, all that jazz.
And if you're a fan of football, I still got my CFL stuff coming around, so tune into that.
Also, join our Discord. Link down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Connor, the old special top for Connor, and score! Pierre-Luc Dubois